Okay. Call to order. Verification of compliance with open meeting law.
Yep, it was posted on Friday at the door and on the website.
Roll call.
Yeah, Kraus, White,
Here.
and Holmes.
Yes.
Yep, and we also got Schaefer and Brophy.
Those not awake yet.
Well, I'm waiting for, they said your name first, and I didn't hear it.
I'm here.
So.
Yeah, I'm just.
Go.
We're good.
Approval of the May 15th of 24 meeting.
Do you remember them?
Yeah, I remember that mistake.
Yeah,
Chicken.
it was the chickens.
Was it?
Wow.
Oh, that's what this is.
That's all,
I
yeah.
wonder, why are we talking about the chickens?
Oh.
I got brain freeze.
You're sticking your head out the-
Stick it out the window. It's cold.
Yeah.
Feel my fingers.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Need a motion for approving
I'll make a motion. Second.
we're going to discuss the properties that are
it? Yeah,
maintenance.
I'm gonna turn it over to Brad. He created a nice little PowerPoint to share, so.
I just kind of threw something together, just so you guys kind of see what we're doing on our end a little bit. From a law enforcement standpoint, to try to get these people to be compliant with the ordinance. And this is the goal of the property maintenance is, maintaining the standards, ensuring the safety, health, and aesthetics of the community. And the upkeep for the properties, preventing issues such as the safety hazards and deterioration of neighborhoods. The goal for us is what we've been doing is hopefully we can gain compliance on the first time we tell them, and hopefully they can go along with the program and get their property cleaned up. That's what our main goal is to do, whether they listen or not.
Most probably do, but.
Most do, for sure. Those are just, I didn't put exact addresses in there just because this is open to the public and, didn't want to put anybody's information out there. So those are, you guys know of the addresses most likely, but those are the three addresses that we've consistently had a problem with. So that's a little bit hard to read, but what we do in early springtime, even we're getting to about that time of year, the February, March, starting to get a little bit nicer out. So that's, you'll see there's people on there that there's a responsible person or persons. So that would be like a renter of, obviously a homeowner, and then, you might have some people renting, but then a property owner is underneath. They're both issued this form. And it lists the violations that they're, the violations of ordinances they're violating. It's a description of what exactly they need to clean up on page 2 there. So this is just an example form that we did issue to somebody last week. And then a date of when they need to have it cleaned up by. And there's a few other failure to comply with it and all the rules in there. What we do is I sign that I had served that to them, and then Deb usually notarizes all of them that have been served. Just a backup saying, hey, this person got it. I served it to them, explained it to them, and so it's all out there that they know what they have to do and there's no confusion. So it's a good paper trail to start. And then obviously this is just another thing we're doing on the PD end, just notify people of their lawns, which those properties and other properties too in the village, their weeds get a little bit long. So the notice there on the left, we leave that with the people, and lets them know that, hey, you have 5 days to clean up the weeds. Then the grass blowing in the street is on the right. Sometimes Public Works has helped us out, and if someone will, or Pat or anyone's driving around and notices it, they have access to, hang it on their door, because half the time they're not home during the day. And that's just some of the pictures of the 500 block. I know it's covered up, but the 500 block of North LaSalle that was taken March 27th of last year. Just so you guys, I'm sure you guys have all
Hasn't
hasn't got better. It actually, this March one, when I took it, I worked with him to clean up the driveway. He did for a short period of time, and then he brought more stuff back. So what I'm getting out of this homeowner is I tell him to clean it up. Cleans it up for a short period of time, but only because he's taking it to go try selling it. Whether he sells it or not, I don't know. But then he's coming back from these shows and bringing more.
Has this guy done the court yet?
No, he's got court coming up here March 4th.
Oh,
So
okay.
Are you writing citations, like kind of regular basis to them?
not right now. So,
Yeah.
well, we could. So like in the spring, he got that order to be in compliance by May 20th. And he received that notice that was just up there. And then we issued him several citations. So he's got he's got a trial March 4th of 26.
For them citations.
Some citations, yeah.
But we're, I think you're hoping it's the judge. This is in front of the judge, this is not in with the jury.
Correct,
Yeah.
just in front of it.
I'm just hoping that the judge will put a pin in the mouth, so
And hopefully,
I'm guilty on this stuff, and it's like, no, let's get this.
Or you will be cited weekly,
Or
daily.
daily.
whatever, you gotta put some pain into it.
Right.
Oh, for sure, I agree.
Thing is, it's like, I mean, there's no jail with this.
Oh, I know, but so there's money involved, he's gotta pay money out of his pocket,
Notice the hardest
I
part,
get it.
but then if he refuses not to pay.
I'm saying not to, I'm just saying, it's like,
the hardest
well,
part,
this is the next step to get to, and then after that,
exactly, yeah, this is, like you said, it's kind of a long process. It's, okay, now we gotta wait for this trial. Then what is the judge order? Can we get a warrant? Can we get a judge to say, yeah, this stuff is junk? Whether he's got a super old lawnmower sitting outside, is that considered junk or not? That's gonna be hard for us to determine. Be like, nope, we're throwing this away for you. But in our eyes, half of this, most 3/4 of the things are junk in his yard. Like,
so what's it
right
take
to
the judge to order an abatement? We would actually go in there.
so that would be after a court process, whatever the judge rules. If he just says, oh, you're guilty of this and you pay your fines, then we gotta move on to the next step of trying that.
So then it'll go back to court again.
Yeah,
Or can't you guys talk to the judge ahead of time and say, listen, pay your fines, get this cleaned up, or we come in here with a dumpster, and
yeah, and that's what it would be. It's going in there with the dumpster, and it's when we'd have a hard part of, okay, what's considered junk. Or like, we'd have to have every specific item listed in there, what's junk, and we'd have to document what we threw away, and why we threw it away too. So the hardest part about this is there's a process to go through. I mean, I wish it's as easy as, hey, this summer we have spick and span.
well, then it's just like write them weekly, at least weekly citations, so you
Yeah,
got
what we did there
money
for-
coming out of his pocket.
What we did there was, for a little bit, was we issued him citations every single day. And he was actually supposed to have court back in March, and the judge for Marshfield had gotten cancer, got pretty sick. And he actually passed away last Monday. So then that kind of delayed this whole trial part. So they found a judge to fill in for now, so we'll see how that goes.
So you haven't paid any of his fines.
Not yet, no,
Okay, so
because he pled not guilty on all his citations.
he's found guilty. And he says, okay, I'm guilty. But I'm not paying these fines.
Mhm. That's when, I don't know the exact wording, what can be used against him for not paying it on his property. Whatever,
Well, that's just it. It's for,
they can.
there is no jail time for village ordinance.
Mhm.
So
Can't you trip their taxes somehow or do something with their taxes?
Yeah, I don't know if this particular ordinance allows us to do that.
Is it possible the judge want an itemized list of all his junk and then it has to keep going? Yeah, you're saying if you go in there, you gotta make a list.
I mean, you got good pictures.
Yeah, I got good pictures and definitely, I mean,
Yeah.
they got.
Has he got any old Cub Cadet frames?
I'll have to take a look next
Oh, no.
They got something in there you can read. Irritating.
Well, and I've offered numerous times at the village, the village can come in here and we clean this property up and. Won't take that, won't take any,
Do you know how many citations you've issued?
say between 12 and 15.
How much are they piece?
Are they all $200?
Is that what it says in the ordinance? The fine amount?
200 or 250?
So the first one is.
Yeah, 200 is the max.
Okay, so 200 is the max, but somehow they can increase that fine amount. So it's like 378 or something for,
When you add the court fees and stuff in.
yeah, or for like a third, if you're. So I think it's after he's found guilty here, if he is, which he could be. I mean, he's got a bunch of junk. Then they can increase that fine amount because it'd be a second offense. So then,
There was we did have an established, and I thought old ordinances, at least for the railroad that time. That once you give them the initial one and they pay it or didn't pay it or whatever, there was a graduated.
Mhm.
This particular ordinance was new, not too many years ago, written specifically to address nuisance residential and commercial property. Differently from the old ordinance.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he
Yeah.
doesn't pay his fines, it would go on his tax run.
Will.
It will.
I'll find.
74, Wisconsin statute 7401, paragraph 4.
Okay.
Assesses a special charge on property taxes if fines are not paid. So the
I
clerk,
guess, yeah,
the municipal
Mhm.
clerk,
Yeah.
if they don't pay it, because now it's a legal issue. So they don't pay the court, then they assess it to the property taxes.
sure.
So I know there was one time in, definitely not here, but up in Abbotsford, my dad had some of the same situation. Issued a person a citation every day for X amount of time and they were up to like $70,000 of non-paid and the guy ended up foreclosing on his house, so.
Well, that's what it takes, you know.
But I think that's something what it'll take.
We don't want to get to that level. We just wanted to clean this, clean the crap up. Or it is.
That guy on the highway, citizen of the year.
Who was that?
Yeah, right on the highway.
Right on the highway, selling all that shit.
Across from my ice cream.
Yeah.
Maybe it might have been that, it could have been that
It
guy.
was,
Oh, was
because, yeah, and then they voted, and then he went somehow and beat all that, or he was forgiven that. And they made him citizen of the year. In Abbotsford.
Gotcha. But that's probably what's gonna happen.
Well, there's
Probably
there's
what's gonna happen in Monroe.
yeah, there's 3. I mean, there's the special charge, there's penalties for special charges and direct forfeitures that go straight into the treasury. There's 3 different chunks of the Wisconsin code that address this problem.
As long as there can be pain inflicted somewhere, you know, make.
I agree, I mean, that's
Get it clean.
it's the crappy part about a municipal court altogether. At the same time, if you arrest someone for their first offense OWI, they don't go to court, they don't pay their ticket in Marshfield. And nothing happens to them.
No, we're in Minnesota. You're on your third one, you're going to jail, period, and that's the way it
Do you
should
think
be.
if you went to a higher court, it would have more teeth?
For sure, I mean, you'd have a lot more resources with a higher court.
Well, you're.
I mean, with, a higher court, if he doesn't appear or pay his fines in Marathon County, then they put a warrant out for you. But they would never do that.
But will the district attorney take that?
I don't think they would, just because of the
I know they
charge,
never,
so.
Well, like I said, it'll have teeth one way or another. I mean, if it gets me enough dollars and starts coming off of property taxes. At a certain point, it's gonna be correct or else. I mean. Like I said, if it's a fine every day or every week and you get $20,000 in fines.
Yeah.
And then they assess it to your taxes.
Ain't gonna be able to
like
afford
with railroad, we
Well, at that
had
point,
it that
they
every
would,
time you wrote the ticket, it doubled.
And they said, hey. Then they stopped paying them, saying, well, just take,
They said that. Well, they did pay in the start because it was cheaper to pay it than to break the train.
I think that's one of our best roads to
They're
go.
just fixing problems.
That after that property is citation every day after that March 4th, see what happens there.
Maybe the trial will kick them in the head and they'll say, all right, we need to clean this up.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just hoping for the best of the situation.
would the judge give him a certain amount of time?
Yeah, if they work something out, they'd probably definitely work out. Well, they have till June for to do this. For sure. I'd assume a judge would work with them. Even our village attorney would probably come up with that sort of agreement to clean up this whole property. This all goes away in general. But it is a trial, so there's a little less negotiating in a trial than there is anything like that. But a judge could probably rule that, hey, it needs to be cleaned up. You're
Are
guilty.
you gonna be at that trial?
Yeah, I have to be there, so I issued all the citations, so I'll be there. Then March 5th, I'll make you guys all the info out, Portland.
I haven't seen Asphalt Street because I don't drive by there on a regular basis.
I had a few pictures up there for Haswell too. This winter it's a little better, but only because everything's covered by the snow.
Everything's rolling, covered up.
And Chris has some good pictures if you have access to that, Chris.
Yeah, I can click through these first.
I guess some of those are just kind of falling apart there. I mean, that brown trailer there is a dump that probably needs.
Is this
to be
over in
Oh,
the trailer court?
yeah, I went through there this week too. This week, I was gonna go take pictures and then we found a water break going on.
They're actually coming tomorrow to repair the water.
Who's paying for that water?
They have to, because it's beyond.
People live in all these?
No,
These are actually there's
If you got one of that blue one.
no,
That one's empty,
they're all abandoned now. Like they're all
there's at least 3 that are.
they were all evicted. So
Okay, well then,
And then they own them though, right? Asphalt Court owns these properties, or did they drag the trailer in there and just leave?
The trailers are probably abandoned.
They're ones I think that were.
they're like the one that's got the door, that door's been
I mean,
open
that-
since
One, I don't know if I
Spring.
can picture that blue one.
flopping around. There's no
yeah,
one there
that
since
she's
spring.
in pretty poor health. That blue one,
Yeah.
very poor health, and she ain't able to keep up with the outside of her property at all.
Person is.
The one of that blue house,
Oh,
or the blue one you're talking about.
Yeah, cause that's where the break was, I think of it.
Oh,
Because it keep
yeah, Chris
trails
has
all.
better pictures. There's a big pile there in front
Yeah.
of that trailer, which now they were evicted July 7th. So now it's on States Avenue to come in there and
Yeah.
pick up that abandoned property. So
Who's, well, that's the
That's the
company name,
name of the company.
States Avenue.
That's Avenues owns that.
Yeah, if you go into that court. Initially driving into it off of Haslett Street, I mean, they're in good shape, and then there's newer ones there that they just popped in here recent. But then until you get to the very end of that
Sorry about the
one.
blurriness.
Are you using one of your?
It's real, that's
Instant
the
cameras?
I
old
took my glasses off.
Fritz House or whatever,
It
that,
looked good when I took that.
that one needs to be just taken, gone. But the worst ones are, you go down the north-south road,
Yeah, that end road there.
north-south.
Those tires are supposedly supposed to be picked up by a
There's-
subcontractor.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a hitch from one.
Yeah, it's a hitch
Yeah,
underneath.
so we'll see if that gets picked up. Hopefully, they said within a
Sure.
decent amount of time, so we'll see.
Yeah, you gotta put a date on paper.
Mhm.
There's no reasonable amount of
Yeah, that-
time when it comes to this.
Basically,
What
a
if they
shit
told
ton
you
of
to
shifted.
backhoe and tear it apart down to the frame? I mean, how do you dispose of these things?
That's when we had that one that Al,
Well, I know, but he kind of did that one.
that's what he did. He took it down to the frame rail and took the pieces apart.
Yeah, then take the frame.
Took the frame, he scrapped it out and he chunked it, steel in here and aluminum with there.
So is the owners of that company, they
But
getting citations? Hey,
They haven't been, so
you've given them notices though, right?
we tried to give them a notice last year.
Yeah, didn't they? Sorry, Brad. Didn't two guys come in here?
A couple of years.
A couple of years ago.
yeah, it's a couple of
3
years.
years ago, it was before I.
The newer owners, yeah. We're gonna-
Yeah, we're gonna have to clean it up.
Well, they did go in. Clean up the yards, and the brush and some of the trees that are half down and stuff. They did make that effort. But once we
Sweet back
looked away again, and it just.
It's not getting bad. It's
Well, that company, we gotta
Yeah, they gotta,
issue them citations where they'll understand the dollar value,
yeah, absolutely.
having to pay
So we
fines.
got we issued the residences or at the trailers or their mobile home. We gave them the notice to correct their violations. And then the problem with that property manager was, oh, yep, I'll come and grab those papers on Monday. I'll stop by the police department. Then they call them next Tuesday because they didn't show up the day before and, we'll make it there next Tuesday. So
We're gonna issue a citation.
that's the game we played last summer with them. And then what's making it real difficult for us is now again, there's a new property manager. So this is the third different one in the third summer.
Mhm.
And
So last year with the long grass for the vacant lots, there was a problem with it, but then about, mid-June, they finally came and mowed it, but then by mid-July, it was bad again. So you get compliance for a couple of weeks just because they mowed it, and then it gets long and looks trashy again.
Well, again, if there's no teeth in it, where's the urgency?
And you going after the manager when we should be going after the owner,
Company.
because it's just greed. This is a common problem in a lot of places.
So when we give them, like, just for easy, like the grass lane, I know that we say 8 inches. So if they don't mow in 5 days after we give them do we just come do it? Like, if you don't,
Most places
like, if you go to Marshall, you don't remove the snow from your sidewalk within 2-3 days, whatever it is, they just come and do it and they just snap you a bill.
Yeah.
They don't even ask, they just snap you, no, Marshall.
No, but we've done that
No, we
for.
can, no.
Certainly now.
No, we let them know, but I know if you go to Marshall, it like, just for like snow is an easy one. Cause I know Clint did it and he didn't get it off because he was being lazy. They threw him $180 fine to remove the snow off the sidewalk. Cause he had a corner and 2 sides. So, I mean, yeah, they don't even screw around, they just snap you.
No, we've done that with lawns here in the past, residents, promote it and build them.
And that's if you get to this point where you don't get compliance and it keeps getting. Just mow it and we just bill it back to them, an hourly rate. Or whatever we charge.
Well, it's not us, they usually have.
It comes through, we hire a company, yeah. You just assess that back to them, because that's the only way you're gonna get compliance, again, is paying. If it's hitting the wallet, it's gonna get compliance.
And we did that last year. We had at least one property that ended up getting put on the tax roll. like
Tax roll.
I Said because they didn't actually pay
Then
it,
pay your fine.
but they always pay. Historically, they always pay it on the tax roll, so even though,
So if they don't pay the fine, you still gotta wait a month, you know what I mean? Like, so if you got long grass, I give them a ticket and they don't go to court, are we waiting until after court a month? You know what I mean?
To mow it.
Yeah, or you. wait
No,
after-
Depends on what
We
you give
put
for
out-
Notice.
we put notice out in the spring to let people know the policy is that if, you know, your grass gets too long. And you don't take care of it yourself, then we will do it and.
So it has nothing to do with like us giving them a citation.
No,
Yeah,
that's a separate, yeah,
Okay.
that's a separate fee that we just
There's
charge.
one on Wendell Street.
Yes, and they never pay the bill when we send it to them. But they always pay it on their taxes.
Cause by the time we got to it, it was like that, but then the person they hired or we hired or what, kind of checked on a regular basis and more.
Right. Yeah,
Same with grass and stuff. The biggest issue we have is sometimes come April or May, it gets to be a little bit wet where people aren't mowing parts of their lawn. It's getting pretty tall. That and for whatever reason, everyone wants to do no mow May, you know, and we always have to tell them.
That's it.
Yeah, but.
It's not allowed in the village, you know. But,
Came up with a.
but I mean,
Sorry, did you get
you know, if we ever allowed residents to do no mow May, I think it'd be a bad idea because it makes it lazy in June.
Start on it.
And we're not getting to start till
Then they
July.
complain that there's so many mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hay fever.
June. June.
I mean, we don't have to adhere to that, right, in this village?
what's that?
No mow May.
No,
Not only do we not, I mean, we don't have to, we don't.
No.
Yeah, we do.
I'd say about 3/4 of the people last year want to do no mow May.
Not here, you're not
And usually with,
gonna do that, go down to Madison or something.
I think they do the commercial.
Some of them do, but there's a certain point where they just, yeah, you can't.
I just mean to say I don't know how many other local communities do it, smaller communities, but I do believe.
I would say usually if I go notify somebody to mow on a Tuesday or a Wednesday to go take care of their property and mow it, usually have compliance by the weekend of some sort. So it might be long for 3 or 4 days, but they usually get it done over that weekend.
Well, I mean, if we're having problems with, with the trail, we just gotta keep an eye on it. And just keep issuing notices, and if they don't cut it in 5 days, we'll just do it ourselves.
I mean, I know this is a pain in the ass job doing that crap,
Well,
but we need it.
So I get it, I mean, but you don't
It's like-
wanna
You get,
drive through Spencer and be like, oh, Spencer looks like a
Yeah,
hell.
Yeah.
because
but
there's
you know,
grass,
I get the-
You know.
And their neighbors. I mean,
Their
neighbors too,
Yeah.
if you're decreasing the value of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I would hate it if my neighbor, I mean, sometimes he lets it get long, but I don't care too much. It's not over 8 inches by any means. He mows his all like once a week and it's all in one big pile, so. Makes my yard look better.
Yeah.
Just trying to get like, yeah, trying to keep it so you're not getting critters. I mean.
Yeah, I know.
No, I get it gets to be a hard part of the summer, especially if you got a bunch of people out about drinking and driving and doing other stupid things.
Well, the
At the
police
same
get
time.
busy, the public works gets busy,
Everybody
and I
gets busy.
think.
Yeah.
We only get a day of summer here.
All of the
Yeah.
departments should work on it together. Yeah, if the police have the time, they look, but public works are driving around too. It's like-
You know, and I'm glad they can put door hangers on, cause
Yeah.
I've seen people blow in their
Yeah.
grass and it's like, I could stop by and say, you're not supposed to do that, look at me, and well, who the hell are you? You know, if somebody with a uniform shows up, or Public Works puts a knocker on it, okay, they'll say, okay, you know.
And I know a couple of those public works guys like some people, hey,
I mean, when Joe was here, I'm sure this would have been right in his alley.
yeah.
he did not mind hanging
Yeah.
a notice.
That was not,
You
quiet.
create an ordinance.
Well,
ordinance spot.
And our guys will do that. They're happy to do that.
And Monroe Street, you know, I see that being the same thing, it's just gonna, if you put some paint into him, I see, he ain't gonna.
Yeah. got down there.
I mean, that's Monroe is even worse. I mean, because you clearly have a building that should be condemned.
Yeah,
And every time I go down there, more shit shows up down there.
And, you know, that's in the village, right? So
Absolutely
that's a
in the village.
Safety hazard.
Yeah.
for-
That property is decreasing in value every year. It's down to it's like $10,000 right now for that acre and a half or acre and a quarter. It's ridiculous. It's commercial property. It's worth less than
Yeah.
a residential property. Like,
Yes, I can't.
But his response was,
it's response on that.
That old,
yeah, what did he
he
say?
was
I
telling
mean,
me,
just say it. I know the guy. I'm sure I know what he said.
Basically told him pound sand. and,
Yeah.
You know, it don't matter.
That-
I ain't gonna listen to you.
that one
Okay.
dump truck has been sitting there.
No, all that stuff's been sitting there.
I mean, the end loader.
The loader hasn't, yeah, that's been there for
I think that was.
at least 8
Wow, that's
years.
been for years.
Well, I told them that, you know,
Forgive me.
probably I'd assume half of the things on the property don't even start and disagree with me. So.
yeah, he's the guy you're gonna have to, you know.
Well, it's gonna be he's gonna you have to cite him, and unfortunately, it's gonna be cite him every day. Either clean it up or hire someone to clean it up.
Yeah, and that's.
It's just ridiculous that we have property,
Mhm.
especially commercial property.
Well,
It's worth less than a residential lot.
middle,
do nothing with.
that middle.
I know he won't. It'll come to the point of huge tax fine will get built up.
You can't even say, well, eventually I'm gonna clean up the building. Hell,
No, you're not.
he won't ever do.
We know you're not. We look at the building, it's condemned. We know you're not gonna do anything. It's just a giant place for rats and snakes, shit to breed right.
Cause it's not just,
That's
you know,
where he got-
looking at, but it's a safety.
Middle of
hazard. Some
the
kids go in
building.
there,
Oh,
get hurt.
where he
Oh, yeah,
backed
it's
right through
Oh,
it.
yeah, it's all.
Well, that's why he put some signs. So nobody
He
goes in.
backed the semi right through the middle of the building. Back wall got.
I don't wanna go out the right way.
Switch.
This'll work.
It's just, as I said, it's a shame. We're looking for lots and get a prime commercial lot that it's just it's worthless.
Good spot.
Bottom line is, these people aren't gonna move unless you put some paint into them.
So he was given till March 2nd on that.
He actually hinted towards not doing it.
Oh, he took flat out.
Oh,
Yeah,
he told me to go to hell way back when too. And I actually got him here to a board meeting. So. Board members of that thought I just wasn't doing anything. And we got him and his wife here. And he was as sarcastic, disrespectful to the board members.
He's a prick, plain and simple.
Finally, they realized
Ted Street.
what we were up against. This guy is a jerk.
Well, unless you put paint in the pocket.
Well, jerk or not, like I said, that's
Yeah.
that's commercial property.
Not this.
That'd be no different than any other commercial property that you had hazardous waste on. You got a stack of vehicles there, it's full of gas, full of oil. You're right next to a wetland. Yeah. You wanna see some pain, get them people involved.
It'd be, you know, that, would not be opposed to having them get involved. They like to get involved in everything else.
Stick your nose everywhere else.
Stuff they should get involved.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is you gotta,
Make it hurt. It's not, because clearly these people are not wanting to, they don't wanna comply, by being nice, so they make it hurt.
I mean, I get it, the guy on the South Street, people have that hoarder's mentality, it's a disease or whatever it is. It's like, fine, get yourself a mobile home, move out in the country and collect all the shit you
Put all the junk you want.
a couple of mobile.
Yeah. Sit out in the country, Brad. What was like, wow, no, the trailer park.
Tires there too, you can look one.
Yeah, right.
No, I think, good action is being hard on some of the ones that aren't gonna comply, cause.
Well, if they flat out told us they're not gonna do it, and once we get through the process, yeah, absolutely make it hurt.
That's the one on the street.
Yes. I said, it's not a huge ask. I mean, the bad part is if you look at a map of the house he has in Marshville, it looks the same way.
Is he in the city?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
yeah, he's in Marshall.
In the city.
He's right down by the fire training center.
Yeah, his house is.
Disaster.
Yeah, and I don't know, like I pulled up, I'm like, with Marshfield enforcing.
I'm like, I don't know how Marshall's not enforcing that rule here.
Yeah,
Give it to Kilty, he'll do it.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
They're-
Oh, I'd like to see that over here.
Same problem here.
Yeah.
It's like, time is an issue too, you know. Everybody down there is busy too.
Mhm.
It's like we are, yeah, it gets put on the back burners.
Yeah, like, I mean.
And the only way we're gonna keep it on the front burners, it's not
Oh,
saying the employees aren't doing this. It's just, we get lax here too and just get busy with every year and we kind of forget about it ourselves.
I think we gotta do a better job. I mean, cause like I said, if we're gonna hold one person's feet to the fire, we gotta hold them all. You can't just, well, he's a dickhead, so we're not gonna force this rule on because he's a dickhead. No, screw that. You're a dickhead, fine. Want to be a dickhead? We'll treat you like a dickhead.
Like the mobile home courts, I mean, everybody says, well, don't issue them a license. Well,
And what do you do with all the people living there?
you punish the people that are there. That's not.
We'll give them a license, but find the company.
no, hopefully they stick to their word and the 3 they're taking out. I mean, I know we've heard it before, but they're saying they're taking the ones I had pictures of, they're taking out and putting new ones in.
Did they say when?
When the weather permits.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And they said this when?
yeah, yesterday, 2 days ago.
Okay, let's keep an eye on it
Last week.
for spring.
Them new ones they put in, occupied now, or
Not yet. I know they were hooking up the electricity and all that stuff today, so, or last couple of days. They go there when I said going through
I can't fathom that they're not seeing what happens at the other court, because the other court, I think I'll save maybe one of those trailers is all, there's people, I mean, those brand new trailers, put them, they're all purchased, people living there.
Oh, yeah, they look.
There's only, I think there's one that doesn't have person, it's look at the sign up, it says
Yeah.
unit available or something.
That's good over there.
It's like night and day. I'm showing Brad the invoices that we send them that are based off the valuation of the properties. You know. The States Avenue brings in less than 10% of what
Oh, absolutely,
Willow Drive does.
absolutely, because they're taking an active role in cleaning it. I mean, it was not great for a while there, but they're actively cleaning it.
Right, it's just like it flipped. They sold it. Just the other way, and Rolling used to
Well,
be-
somebody came in there just to make money. They weren't gonna stick
They
it.
didn't care. Yeah, they weren't gonna-
Milk it out
Cash counted out, and they're not gonna stick it.
and then sell it again.
Do we know if any residents in the park down here, contacted like the health, Marathon County Health Department? I know there's a process there.
On South Haslam there. Or-
Yeah.
Pardon?
Hazel.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone has or not, I guess. Yeah, I haven't thought of that at all.
Because I know I looked at, I mean, the Marathon County Health Department goes in and inspects.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that is coming from the village to say, hey, you better go in and inspect these, or if it's coming from the residents.
It's just good question.
Pretty much anybody, it's because it's just a, like any other complaint process, but you know, someone says something in their duty, but their duty is to at least investigate. the
I could
complaint.
talk to him tomorrow when.
Yeah, it's Marathon County Health Department. Then the second step is Department of Safety and Property Service.
That one would be a good one for Monroe Street.
And then the third one is Department of Agriculture, Trade and Consumer Protection. And I know Marathon County's got 3 inspectors that inspect mobile home parks. But I don't know if they're doing it for municipalities or if they're doing it for residents because of safety concerns or health concerns.
I could definitely give them a call tomorrow and see what they're all about. See what it takes.
And being with Tom, we can't just kick the can down the road. It needs. And I don't think going the manager, people that are managers,
Yeah, it's.
you gotta go. You
Well,
gotta
then
go where,
If
where
you
the
get
money is.
Marathon County, then that, if Marathon County gets involved, that's going straight to the company. No manager
Right.
involved.
Chris and I brought up, or Chris brought up a good point today with giving tickets straight to States Avenue. Did you
What?
say that?
Well, the ordinance allows us to ticket both the renter and the property.
But States Avenue, if they keep getting citations, they could walk from this trailer park and say,
So,
we're
Well-
not.
yeah, you
I
got,
don't want anybody to lose their home.
Yeah, no, but.
well, that's the thing is the thing. They said Spencer's not worth,
But they didn't buy it to walk away from, you know, and if they gotta clean up 2 trailers.
Isn't
well,
our, Greg, our assessor, doesn't he do other parks that they have?
oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he says,
He says they're horrible to work with.
same problem.
Yeah, in fact, he's still waiting on information from our park for, to complete his assessments. That he got all the information that he could and he did what he could, but he hasn't got everything he had.
So it's a shoddy
Oh,
business. Mhm. So, what if they just did that, quit it? Left.
Well,
I
the
mean,
people over on Willow, whoever wrote
Gladly
this, said,
take
you
them.
want a good deal.
We got, but there's 3 trailers that are empty, abandoned. So there can't be more than, 10 homes there anymore that are,
I have no idea.
that have
Well,
people
just
in
the
them.
first part in, and then you go around, there's,
Well, the one in the corner is empty. They pulled all those front ones out.
There's
31 units,
31 spots.
31 spots, but there ain't 31.
There might be-
families.
There might be 10 vacancies.
Because then you have all those ones they pulled out plus the 3 condemned or vacant ones,
Yeah.
basically. So
But there-
you probably got less than 15.
way on the north,
I'd say closer to 20, about 2/3 of them are still.
yeah, way on the north end, there's like the N4.
I'd bring up the sheet, but it's got all the names on it and I don't want.
No, that's right.
I
You can't not find them because. of
You got- yeah, we-
something maybe, you gotta go in there and say, this is law, this is,
Mm.
And if they, if they pull that, if they just, I'm just gonna walk away, well, there's legal stuff there too.
Hmm.
They surely have contracts with all these people who own those homes.
Aren't the mowers still owners?
So that,
No.
I think you're.
Jimmy and they don't own any part of it.
so according to the tax bill, they, States Avenue bought that on a land contract.
From the last company.
Runs Jim and Diane.
But that's like, isn't that States having like the 3rd company in there?
Yeah, I thought that's.
They sold
it's
it
the
before.
Oh,
Just different managers.
Yeah, it's different.
yeah,
I thought they sold that once or twice ago.
no, just,
I don't know where States Avenue, there's an address somewhere.
Stevens.
Point, I think is where it's at.
But like, yeah, the last manager, we were working with lived over in Green Bay. So I mean, what are we accomplishing by?
That's why I say, gotta go.
Yeah.
To the top.
because it's just,
But at the time we did tell them you pay your fines, and we're not reissuing your license, they did,
They
they
paid.
paid.
But then if they walk away, then issuing the mowers citations for all the problems there.
because it's,
It's
if
still.
it's the land
The land
contract.
contract. I thought
I
they sold
mean,
it
are
outright.
they current on their payments and agreement to Jim and Diane?
They're current on their taxes.
So I sure as hell wouldn't wanna come back and hurt them.
Well, I just don't know how big of a company States Avenue is, if they're willing to be like, well, they're gonna find us every
Well,
year,
we're-
walk away from this.
Greg,
I mean, so that, I mean,
We can reach out to him and see, he deals with them in a lot of communities.
yeah, so. Big, I mean, just, we're within central Wisconsin or wherever.
cause I talked to just a subcontractor the other day that I was trying to encourage him to help them pass the word on that we need to get it cleaned up, and he's like, yeah, they're gonna add 3 trailers here, but they got so much money, they're at trailers in at all their parks, and they're so big, and they got a ton of different mobile home parks, and
Well, I guess just keep sticking it to them.
And that's all you can really do,
Yeah.
try to get compliance out of it. And if they do, I mean. And it's, if they would, just say walk away and it would get stuck back to Jim and Diane, at least then, they could get compliance, they would say,
Well,
hey, we'll clean this. I mean, they're gonna try to sell it again, obviously, because Jimmy can't do anything anymore.
Well,
Diane can't leave the house.
I mean, yeah, well, that's just it. They're getting older. Her health is,
Her house is failing.
it's failing. So it's like, how much maybe
Well, I would think if,
Right.
if they would go back and it would come back into their hands, it'd be on the market in like half a second. But at least, then you'd have maybe a company that would buy it, would want to fix it or would want to clean it up or take care of it.
I don't think that's high priority.
Well, I don't think it is either.
Property buying that stuff.
But if it's,
You can get it for a song.
like you said, if you're getting it, if you get it back for nothing.
It's like they already got a manager here.
Yeah.
But now that they got that new one that's either Rapids or somewhere a lot closer. So I got her phone number, hopefully can work with her, and now we got all these vacant lots, so hopefully.
Well, at the end of the day, we just want it clean. We want.
Well, and you want
residents.
we gotta get this established now so that when spring comes, it can be all lined up.
You guys get moving on this.
Otherwise, you wait till spring and then to get it all lined up, then it's fall again.
So it's only summer here for one day a year, so.
So hopefully this new person's a little bit easier to work with and hopefully she's more willing to come on site.
This week is really
Well,
well.
it was nearly impossible to get on site to ever chat with and show them, hey, this is what needs to be cleaned up. This is the trash we're talking about. So hopefully that new one can come here and do a walkthrough with us like we did with the two guys a couple of years ago that we did a walkthrough. I think you were with when we did a walkthrough with the other two.
Well, be very clear to her. This is what it's gonna cost, the citations.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully she cares a little bit more.
Trailer park is a trailer park, unfortunately, but. Yeah, we gotta get it. It's gotta get better. I mean, it's at least gotta attempt. Be nice. It can't be that.
Things got safe.
Healthy. You gotta be able to,
I mean,
there's no family in their right minds moving into that place. No one.
Deteriorate. The view. A bit.
And then, well, that's like all three of the properties we're talking about tonight. All three of them, you'd have to have your head examined to go anywhere near them. If you're going to invest in the community and try to move your family into our village, there ain't no one coming to the village if that's your choices. No one.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You'd be surprised.
There's some hillbillies out there.
Some of them really do.
No one that we're aiming to have in our community.
Okay, all right,
That's a
yeah.
better word. Maybe.
Totally agree with you.
But yeah, it's just, it looks, it's terrible that no one's fault. It's just we let it get that way and. We got busy.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like,
Now that it got bad, we gotta fix it.
I don't
it
think
seemed
it's
like
not
it
necessary.
happened.
I mean, that guy moved in, what, 2 years ago up on sale there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it just happens. And
He
then,
just piled that.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
pile.
yeah, 'cause
Wherever he's going to get all that stuff from.
No, it was out in the country before, and so he had all that shit and brought it in, and before he had the old much space, now he's got this much
We
space.
used a couple of tickets back when we first moved here, 2024. No, I think he moved in. So he was issued citations then, and then last year we laid it on him. Then, that property down there has always been a problem, but and then the trailer park, I feel like,
Yeah,
on and off.
but I don't know how long it's been since they sold the park over there, but it just
Yeah,
seemed
for
like
a
it
long
went the
time.
heck overnight. I mean, I know we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, we're
But it's like-
kicking the can down the road. Stop.
Like all of a sudden it just.
what was March 2nd for the Monroe? What was that?
It's the kind of like the date for him to have everything cleaned up.
Or clean it up.
At least with me, like I probably learned my lesson and people are gonna comply for a couple days, but. If I saw some compliance from him and there was a jump start on it, then I would say, hey, let's work on this side. You know,
We gave him one of those notices, like, he showed us,
yeah, one of those orders up
or
there.
he's got.
Yeah, and he's well aware.
He's got a document.
He's got a document, his wife's got a document.
Any kind of planning for a plan B on March fourth trial? Fifth?
I guess just kind of see how it goes, and I guess I'm not really sure what to expect. I've never really had a trial based off this. I talked to just the Marshfield clerk there, the municipal court clerk, and they've had a couple cases like that, not too often, but in Marshfield, they've had a couple cases like that, so we'll see how that goes. And a new judge, which, you know, the old judge was a little bit more lenient, so.
Oh, yeah, John Adam Cruz.
Yeah, he was a
A good man.
good man, he was very lenient to his, will to work with
liked
people and
kids.
give people a break.
He gave.
So, I mean, I went to court for chief last week, and that judge was a little bit more direct and to the point, and what are you here for?
Want to get it done.
Yeah.
And by that date, we'll probably have our interim judge appointed. I would hope.
Oh, by March 4th.
Well, maybe, no, I apologize. Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that doesn't delay this case even longer. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's hearing any trials.
Well, that's up to this, yeah. Because I don't even know that they're hiring the same person each time. If they've been rotating different judges, they've had availability.
Yeah, I know last week was the Rapids judge.
Okay,
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't push the case back even farther, because
yeah,
there's no.
might be up to whoever we get to.
Well, it-
They're willing to do that.
Well, and it's hard because,
What is it?
you know, there's really, I think, as far as a judge goes, you're not making the money you are in criminal law.
No, absolutely not.
And to get these judges like Cruz was so good knowing municipal law.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of judges don't. I don't even know what that is.
But if you get a fill-in judge for the trial, are they gonna care as much? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just hope you
Or are
can
they
get
gonna be
somebody
there because they're.
maybe a little stricter.
Well, we'll see.
You know, let's keep on
And it sucks because it's a waiting game. I know it gets impatient. You know, I drive past it all the time too, and you know, it's irritating.
Chris, you're gonna check to see if we can. Some text. put it
Yeah,
under
we'll find
tax.
out if those,
That's
if those
one thing we
citations-
can do.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin law and actually there's 3 codes in Wisconsin statute. And so if it's 74, whatever.
yeah, I'll look them up tomorrow
Yep.
and see.
Just did a real quick search on them and it popped up 3 of them right away. Special tax is what they call it.
Yeah, well, anything we, assess directly is not a problem.
No, I'm just talking for the municipal court. If they get guilty in municipal court, that's gonna go on the tax roll if they don't pay it.
You know.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
Like any other fine, if you don't pay it, they're gonna get their money somehow.
Yeah, the only thing that I gotta check is because you assess the property, you don't assess the person. So if this is the person that's getting cited, then it doesn't necessarily follow to the property.
Sometimes they claim jail is not a deterrent, but I sure as hell like to put Strebe in jail.
That one's gonna be a fight, I think.
That one,
So do we need any,
No, I think Brad's got a good plan.
Yeah.
Besides Phil's recommendations to check the county.
Check the county.
Um,
Just keep us in the loop on those 2 dates, March 2nd, not so much the March 2nd, but
The
the municipal.
the municipal court? Oh,
yeah.
March 3rd, fine, Ted.
Now, once he doesn't
Yeah.
meet his day.
Oh,
What?
The day after he's supposed to be.
He's got till March 2nd.
Property.
So that's their jack,
Start finding them.
Yep.
right at midnight.
once, paper thing was doing.
Real.
And other things too that makes these, that seem like such a long process too, is I know. Whenever you guys say, hey, let's get this property cleaned up, we give them a fine, that's still another 6 weeks out till court, you know, so we're like. It's a waiting game for some of these properties, and if we're giving people tickets for even mowing too, you know, if we gave them a ticket for mowing. And they didn't take care of it, well, another court date's 6
So I
weeks
get
out.
that, but
Well,
we gotta do something and
Oh, yeah.
so unfortunately our hands are tied.
Well, like, so the mowing thing is, I wouldn't give,
It's in our
I
ordinance.
wouldn't give it
Hire
a ticket
somebody.
for mowing, I would just. Give them a thing that says do it within 5 days, and if they don't, we'll just hire someone.
Yeah, and we got that in our ordinance.
And that's, I wouldn't give a ticket for mowing, I would just do it.
If that's the plan you guys believe would be fine, if we can send someone in and mow it, if it's not mowed after they.
No, that's what we
We
expect.
just wanna do something, it's like, probably in
That's
March,
my expectation.
it was a low,
That's my expectation
For what,
for the village to do.
to mow somebody's property.
We'll have a lawn service come in and mow it and bill them for it.
but that's what they did, Tom, in Marshfield for snow removal on the sidewalks. People says, well, I'm just gonna let the city do it, I don't have to do it, but that's not what you wanna do, you want it to.
No, you want to.
Turn it to say, hey,
Yeah, we don't.
it's gonna cost you $100 to
They
mow
just
your
let
lawn.
people shovel their sidewalk for 150.
I don't know what, I can't remember what the fine was.
No, I believe it, Joe.
That's
It's
it.
100.
But people were doing that, well, I got the city to do it.
Hell, yeah. boy.
It's like $150 for a sidewalk.
That's what solutions they're looking for.
Handicap crosswalk.
Yes, yeah.
Is the city
That's what I'm
workers
saying.
doing it, or are they hiring out?
Oh, they're hiring it out.
What?
Some of them are hiring like,
Give that kids up.
yeah, someone's doing it, you're billing it back.
All right. So. You kinda got a plan.
Gotta stick on it, so they know.
Motion to adjourn when anybody's ready.
You guys wanna talk to anyone, like any of the, meet with any of the owners, or?
Do you think we should meet with?
You know, if they're
that,
not listening to you and you got a badge and a gun,
They ain't gonna
they
listen.
ain't gonna listen to us. They can give two shits about us.
But Brad's got a point. What about the States Avenue?
That's different, you know, I mean, we could bring them in. That's a business.
That's a business.
Yeah, the other.
Their license will be renewed in June, so I mean, we can see how they do early spring and ask them to come.
Yeah, I think we should. Get
We
them.
have done that in the past where they came to the village for that renewal application.
I say we get them here in March.
Is that the
Well-
managers or the owners?
I wasn't here. I remember being in the
Right,
audience, but I
right.
don't remember who.
I wouldn't.
It was,
Brad,
I was the,
anybody, you guys.
They were,
I don't think
they,
it was the owners.
no, it
No, it was
was,
the younger guys.
Manager representative.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd be a bad idea. to
no, they
do
were
it.
the owners. Those two younger guys were the owners.
Them were the owners.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Those were the owners.
Get their asses back in here.
Well, if I had a vote, I'd say have them come in March.
Yeah.
And then if you're waiting till, you know.
Yeah,
May,
cause then by June, if they haven't done anything, I'll say, listen,
and it's been
guys.
a problem the last 2 years, so it's
Yeah.
not like, hey, this is a new issue,
I agree. with
take care of
Brad.
it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's been an ongoing issue for years now, so.
By then, we're gonna see what the weather might do, if it might break or. See what the fuck the groundhog does. I don't know.
March and snow in April. Just
Well,
an optimistic.
you can bring them in March and say, look. We know you can't mow lawns today, but it's like, this is
That's
an
a
ongoing
jump down.
Be
issue.
prepared.
And it's like, we know it's gonna be the same thing if we don't bring you in here. And it's like, we're telling you right now, there's no screwing around this year. And it's like, get on it now.
Or you won't have a permit.
Getting ahead of it.
All right, Bill said,
I'll make a motion to.
oh,
Well, Bill already did, so I'll put you on this.
Phil.
Only three of you.
That's it. Can't.
Only three of you.
Turn the camera on.
we're adjourned.